Last year, in the middle of rising bills and inflation, I was shocked when I saw how much money I was wasting at home without even realizing it. One small leak in my kitchen faucet made me curious. How much was I really spending on tiny things that added up? I started tracking everything closely. From water bills to old subscriptions, I found hidden ways to save that most people ignore. In 12 months, I quietly saved over $13,000 without changing my lifestyle too much. No extreme budgeting, no giving up joy, just smarter choices. These 7 clever, frugal living tips help me cut costs fast, and now I'm sharing them so you can do the same. Number 1. The ripple effect audit. One night, I sat down with my laptop and looked at my monthly bills. I thought I was doing okay with money, but something felt off. So I made a list of every small cost I usually ignored. Things like leaving lights on all day, phone chargers plugged in 24/7, or running the dishwasher half full. I called this my ripple effect audit. Why? Because small habits, like ripples in water, can grow into big waves, especially on your bills. That's called phantom energy, and it's a silent budget killer in most homes. It added up to over $200 a year in my case. I also noticed we ran the dryer too often when the sun was out. To fix this, I started using smart power strips, unplugging unused chargers, and drying clothes outside when I could. I also set up reminders to only run appliances at night when energy rates were lower. It didn't feel like a big change, but after a few months, the savings were real. This small audit changed how I saw everyday habits. It was my first step into real stealth wealth habits. And it quietly saved me hundreds without much effort. Number 2. Biannual mercurial swap meet. Twice a year, I used to spend a lot of money on small home items like cleaning sprays, light bulbs, batteries, and tools. It didn't seem like much at the time, but those things added up fast. Then one day, I talked to my neighbor about how expensive home supplies had become. That's when we had a simple idea. Why not trade? We started a small community swap meet. Every 6 months, a few of us would meet in someone's garage or backyard. Everyone brought things they didn't need, but were still useful, like unopened paint, extra air filters, or old garden tools. It became like a fun market, but without spending any money. We nicknamed it something fun, mercurial swap, but it quietly saved hundreds. And it worked. I traded things I had too much of for stuff I actually needed. One time, I swapped old batteries and got a nearly new vacuum. Over a year, I saved about $600 just by not buying new stuff. It's one of the easiest ways to cut household costs without sacrificing anything. Plus, it brought our neighborhood closer. If you have friends or neighbors open to sharing, try this hack. It's not just frugal, it's fun, smart, and builds community at the same time. Number 3. DIY air sealing with household items. Last winter, I noticed cold air sneaking in through the sides of my windows and under my doors. My heater was working hard, but the room still felt chilly. Instead of buying expensive weatherproofing kits, I used what I already had at home. I rolled up old towels and placed them at the bottom of doors to block the drafts. For the windows, I used bubble wrap and clear plastic wrap from the kitchen. I gently taped it over the window frames to keep the warm air in. I also sealed small cracks near outlets using leftover packing tape. It might sound simple, but it worked. My room stayed warmer, and my heating bill went down. I saved about $400 that winter just by sealing the leaks. If you want to stay cozy and save money, look around your home. A few basic items can make a big difference in keeping warm. Number 4. The subscription trim and twin strategy. One weekend, I checked my bank account and saw I was still paying for a video streaming app one hadn't used in months. Then, I found more. I had 2 music apps, 2 cloud storage plans, and even 2 grocery delivery memberships. Some of them were the same as my partner's. That's when I created my own subscription audit method, what I now call the trim and twin strategy. First, I made a list of all my monthly subscriptions. Then I marked which ones I used and which ones I didn't. Next, I compare my list with my partner's. We had many of the same services, just in different names. So we canceled the extras and kept just one of each. For example, we switched to family plans where we could both use one account. This way, we didn't lose anything, but we saved a lot. We also set reminders to review subscriptions every 6 months. By doing this, we cut down over $100 every month, saving more than $1,200 in a year. Subscriptions are easy to forget because the money goes quietly. But this strategy helps you take control. It's simple. Trim the ones you don't use and twin the ones you can share. Your wallet will thank you. It also helped us stop lifestyle inflation, quietly saving money as life got busier. Number 5. Kitchen biomass from scraps and coffee. Every day, I threw away things like vegetable peels, used coffee grounds, and old bread. I never thought much about it until I realized I was ignoring hidden money habits right in my kitchen. So I tried something new, making small biomass blocks at home. Biomass is just a fancy word for natural material that can be burned for energy. I mix my food scraps with sawdust from an old furniture project, used a simple press mold I made with a can, and let them dry in the sun. After a few days, I had small, dry fuel blocks. I used these blocks to light our outdoor fire pit for cooking or keeping warm in the evenings. Instead of buying charcoal or firewood, I was burning old food scraps. It felt like magic, turning waste into something useful. This trick saved me about $300 in a year on fuel and waste removal. It also cut down on how much trash I sent out every week. If you cook a lot or drink coffee daily, try saving your scraps and turning them into something helpful. It's eco-friendly, low-cost, and kind of fun. I even shared the idea with a few friends. Now we swap recipes for fuel blocks. Just make sure to dry them properly and store them in a safe, dry place. Number 6. Winter microzoning with thermal drapes. Last winter, I noticed something strange. Even though the heater was running all day, some rooms were still freezing and my energy bill was sky high. That's when I learned about a trick called microzoning. Instead of heating the whole house, I started heating only the rooms we used the most, like the living room and bedroom. But to make this work well, I needed to stop warm air from escaping. So I bought thermal curtains, also called insulated drapes, and hung them in key spots, over windows, doorways, and in used rooms. These curtains are thick and help keep warm air in and cold air out. It felt like wrapping each room in a warm blanket. I also closed vents in unused spaces and added door blockers to stop drafts. The result? My house stayed warm where it mattered, and my heating bill dropped by almost $800 over the winter season. This idea isn't new. People in old houses used heavy drapes the same way. But with today's materials, it's even better and more stylish. If you want to stay cozy and save money during winter, try microzoning with thermal drapes. It's simple, smart, and makes a big difference. But the real surprise? It made the house feel more comfortable, even cozy, on less money. Number 7. Vend Your Extras Digital Marketplace. One rainy weekend, I cleaned out my closet and found a drawer full of random things. Extra phone chargers, unused batteries, old headphones, even unopened packs of light bulbs. At first, I thought of tossing them. But then I had an idea. Why not sell them online? I called it my Vend Your Extras strategy. I took clear photos, wrote simple descriptions, and listed the items on local online marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and even eBay. I grouped small things together, like a tech pack with cables, chargers, and earbuds. To my surprise, people actually bought them. In just a few months, I made over $1,500. Some people wanted backup items for travel. Others liked getting good deals on extra supplies. I also saved money by trading with sellers. One time, I swapped and used light bulbs for a brand new kitchen scale. Most homes have these forgotten extras lying around. Instead of letting them collect dust, turn them into cash or trade for things you need. Just make sure everything works and is clean. It's one of the fastest zero-effort ways to create an emergency fund, just from what's already in your drawers. It's a zero-budget savings trick that works even if you're starting with nothing. Selling your extras isn't just about decluttering. It's about finding hidden money in your home. You'd be amazed at what people are happy to buy. Looking back, each of these hacks felt small on its own. But when I added everything up, I was shocked. I had saved over $13,000 in 1 year. No big changes, no extreme budgeting. Just small, smart choices that work together like pieces of a puzzle. That's why I call it the savings mosaic. Each tip is like a tiny tile. Alone, it might not seem like much. But together, they make a powerful picture of real savings. In today's world, where prices keep going up and every dollar matters, these little tricks gave me more control and peace of mind. I didn't just save money. I felt better, less stressed, and more confident. Each of these hacks might seem small, but together they helped me build a $13,000 safety net in just 1 year. It's my personal savings mosaic. They became the foundation of my simple financial freedom. And now it's your turn. Try one, try two, then come back and tell me how far your own savings journey goes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.